immediately. A short kick trying to surprise Cleveland, but alertly able to grab a hold of it. Abram Elam, and just like that, Brady Quinn and company get the ball at midfield on their opening possession. We're going to hand it off to Jamal Lewis. Slips off the left side into Minnesota territory, close to the 45-yard line. Look, #1 pick. And out of the Wildcat, this is Joshua Cribbs, and he has a first down.
Well, it's mandatory now in the league. I guess everybody's got to have some form of the Wildcat.
His name is a return man and has worked his way to the #2 receiver in their offense behind Edwards. And on first down, Quinn under pressure, lets it fly. Caught by Royal, the tight end, down to the 22. One so far, third down at the 20. Quinn, the pitch to Davis, and that did not fool Henderson. Played it beautifully.
Defense.
37-yard field goal try, and it is good from Phil Dawson. So a good start for Eric Mangini. The Browns have not had a first-year head coach win a game since 1989 in their debut. Short drop, quick throw, and the catch is made down to the 43-yard line. Tried to play through the plane and had a very, very tough final month plus of the year. Adrian Peterson. And now he's with Minnesota after signing on August the 18th. They convert on third down, giving the ball to Adrian Peterson down to the 34-yard line. First down throw, Favre looking around, flushed out of the pocket, down he goes. Second down and 14. Peterson breaks it to the outside, cuts it back to the inside, and very close to a first down. Needed to get to the 23, and we'll check on the spot. He might be a half-yard short. Carries 24 yards for Peterson. 3 tight ends, and they hand it off to Dugan, and he has a first down inside the 20, down to the 19. They use Dugan as a tight end. They line him up in the backfield. Fakes one way. Great protection. Drops it off to Chester Taylor. He lost the football, but was able to cover it up. Gonna hand it off. And that's Percy Harvin, his first carry in the NFL. And Adrian Peterson tries to stretch his way to the end zone. He's down. Peterson looking for room to cut it back. None there. Misread all the way between quarterback and wide receiver Sidney Rice. The 3, and now it's Ryan Longwell from 21 yards away, and that ties the game at 3. So Favre and the Vikings miss on an early chance for a touchdown, but they tie the game at 3 in the opening quarter. 3rd and 6 with Furry in motion, and down goes Quinn into the arms of Kevin Williams.
And Williams took advantage of it, but just overpowering to the inside.
And now Zastudil punts from his own end zone. Raynaud returned to punt in the preseason for a touchdown against Dallas. Slips one tackle, breaks it back to the inside and all the way down to the Cleveland 24-yard line. Darius Raynaud. Take it to Harvin. And this is Adrian Peterson inside the 5, down to the 3.
The main box of the defense, that's just lethal.
Denied the end zone on first down carry, so he getting a rare carry there on 1st and goal. And he'll lead block for Peterson. Very close to the goal line, still no signal. Brett Favre's giving one. The officials confirm that.
Well, what can I say? I've gotten older and wiser in my old years, and a lot less in my paycheck as well.
Bellick are married to sisters. Quinn, great protection. Vickers out of the backfield, breaks the tackle and has a first down to the 39. Jamal Lewis into Minnesota territory, run out of bounds at the 46-yard line. In favor of the rookie James Davis. Quinn will throw on first down. And across the middle, it's caught by Steve Hyden. Helmet.
Absolutely, all in the effort to keep the players safe.
Lewis back in there, takes the pitch. And he has a first down to the 35-yard line. Cleveland beginning to run the ball effectively. And Quinn to throw again on first down. Has an eye on Braylon Edwards. And he caught it. Flag comes down. It's ruled a touchdown. Will this be against Cedric Griffin?
After reviewing the play, the pass interference foul, which took the receiver out of bounds. The receiver did catch the ball. However, he did not reestablish back in bounds with 2 feet prior to making the catch. Therefore, the play is incomplete. The pass interference will be spotted at the 6-yard line, left hash. Minnesota is not charged with the timeout.
In the replay booth to bring all that together. There was certainly a lot happening and a lot in question on that call. Meanwhile, Jamal Lewis leaps his way down to the 3-yard line. Cribbs takes a snap. He'll run it. Spins his way inside the 1. Quinn split wide left. Cribbs. What a tackle. What a play made there by big number 91, Ray Edwards.
3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3 on the goal line.
So now Phil Dawson for the point after, and it is good. So the Browns are denied the end zone. Brad Childress challenging the call is almost beyond belief. Favre, pressure coming. Down he goes. Rodney Poole from the strong safety spot. From his own 9-yard line. In trouble again. Takes a hit. Completes a pass to Taylor. Well short of the first down. And as Eric Mangini spent a timeout now. Clock at 1:50. You have 3 timeouts remaining.
It was going to be a ball game. 10-6. You're darn right we've got a ball game.
Did you just throw me in front of the bus without me?
I did. No, both of us. I dragged you down with me. Let's put it that way.
Cribbs from the 33. And here he goes. To the 40. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Cribbs. Metcalf for the most in Browns history.
Well, this was the Achilles heel of Minnesota last year. They gave up 7 returns for a touchdown on punt or kickoff return, and it comes up and bites them on the backside here because we're just talking about what is a good competitive game. We're now talking about
the came in All-Pro as a special teams player, and now is their number 2 wideout, but still doing it returning punts.
Absolutely, and what's impressive about Joshua Cribbs is obviously one of the great punt returners and kickoff returners, but the only guy in the NFL that
certainly the talk has to be about the Cleveland Browns, a 4-12 club a year ago. Their first-year head coach Eric Mangini in the opening game of this 09 season is off to a 13-10 lead. Yards in the second quarter, 2 carries for 1 yard, and obviously some dehydration issues. And this is the rookie Percy Harvin. He bounces it to the outside across the 40, back to the inside, and brings it all the way back to the 45-yard line. The first half. They're going to hand it to Peterson. Cuts it back to the inside. A good first down run, a gain of 5. Overall return for a touchdown in his career. Going to give it to Peterson on 2nd down, and he has first down yardage. And he hands it to Harvin. Tries to turn the corner. Breaks 1 tackle and then runs right through Brandon McDonald. And that'll be a gain of 11 on a rush by Percy Harvin, and another Vikings first down. The 6-time Pro Bowler Steve Hutchinson leading the charge. Down to 5. Favre telling everybody to be ready. Look at the play design for Shanko, and he just does get tripped up inside the 20, but that's a first down. Saw that signal from Favre to Rice. And interference will be called this time on Brandon McDonald. Peterson to the inside. And he's close to the 1-yard line. Gang tackled. Led by Corey Williams. Peterson this time is into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Nafahu Tahi leading the way from the fullback spot. And Peterson for the second time today has a touchdown.
Be a weak side run.
Just got it off. Play clock down to 1. And that's Jamal Lewis. And he bangs his way out to the 42-yard line. Lewis again. And pretty good yardage. Real good yardage. That's a gain of 8 on a first down carry. But D.U. Williams.
70 snaps. It's going to take its toll.
Quinn, a poor decision there. You could see it from the time it left his hand. And Cedric Griffin with just about as easy an interception as you're ever going to get. And Favre to throw it. The tight end Shanko. 3rd and a yard. Peterson has a first down. Down goes Favre again. Sean Rogers. Tell you, the pass protection has not been very good for Favre today.
Well,
quarterback. Loss of 8, 2nd down and 18, and Favre fires to a wide open Percy Harvin, and he has a first down all the way out to the 42-yard line. Well, they convert the 2nd down and 18, and on first down, Adrian Peterson plows ahead close to midfield. The way he has really taken him under his wing to try and get him up to speed in a hurry as a rookie.
And Bryant.
First down, Chester Taylor replaces Peterson. They're going to give it to Taylor.
We'll give it to Chester Taylor off the right side for 10 yards.
10th play of the drive. And this is Adrian Peterson into the open field.
Wow, look at that.
Breaks a tackle down to the 14-yard line. After he had 1 rushing yard in the entire second quarter. Favre with protection. And throws a bullet down to the 5-yard line. It's caught by Harvin. 4 receiver set. Favre caught. Harvin extends. Touchdown. The first touchdown in the career of Percy Harvin. And he will never forget it, because it's thrown by the Hall of Famer, the future Hall of Famer, Brett Favre, who's the first one to get down there and give him a big hug defensively. But it's getting going now. Along the banks of Lake Erie in Cleveland, Ohio. Brett Favre and the Vikings with a 24-13 lead, and Adrian Peterson just sticks his head down and got a big block from Jeff Dugan and rammed hard into Eric Wright. 3rd and 7, low snap. Quinn steps up and delivers a strike to Furry, and that'll be a first down out to the 40-yard line.
Puts a lot of pressure on his shoulders now, because this is where typically a turnover can happen.
Pocket collapsing around Quinn, and he somehow escapes the trouble. And as he goes to throw it, he fumbles the football. It looked like he covered it up, or did he? Minnesota saying it has the ball.
We're calling Minnesota's ball. We'll see if it is here in another 20 seconds, or if it changes possessions.
I think the Browns are conceding it will change hands because many of their players on their way to the sideline. It is Minnesota football. And Favre was just the 17th guy to ever try to play quarterback beyond the age of 40. Peterson into the secondary and tiptoes out of bounds. They'll spot it at the 12-yard line.
The last year.
Favre lost his footing and then is sacked all the way back at the 19.
And wasn't going to take a chance. This is what we're talking about. A different Brett Favre, a different situation.
Certainly needs to improve. If there's one chink in the armor in this game, it's been that.
And this is a good offensive line. There again, we talked about John Sullivan on the inside, kind of new to the mix.
37-yard field goal try for Ryan Longwell. And that one is good. So 27-13 Minnesota. 6:55 to go in Cleveland. And he'll add to that total. Breaking into the open field. And he shoves away one, shoves away another, and blasts his way into the end zone. A spectacular run by the most spectacular runner in the NFL, Adrian Peterson.
Wow, this guy is special. And great Jim Brown. And taking nothing away from Adrian Peterson here. This is a phenomenal run. Speed, acceleration, now strength. Watch this. He's just going to push himself right by Eric Wright, right by, making his way into the end zone. But like we also said now, this is what's going to drive it.
Rushing yards. He has gone by Tommy Mason for 7th place on the Vikings all-time rushing list in 2 years in a game.
Look at the strength, just pushing him right by, then being able to pull the leg and the arm away, and the acceleration then. Boy, this guy's spectacular.
Peterson, the first-round pick by the Vikings in '07, grew up in Palestine, Texas. And he was great from day one at Oklahoma. His junior year that turned out to be his final year, he's hurt a lot.
Right.
Peterson. But whatever it is, when we have halftime next week in San Francisco, bring some of that my way. Sacked is Quinn. In the first half, Peterson had 9 carries for 25 yards. He had 1 rushing yard in the second quarter.
And that's what the great backs do. They wear you down in that third and fourth quarter.
This guy right here's looked good today, Jamal Lewis.
He has, and Jamal staying healthy. That was going to be the question last year because Jamal really had a tough time putting back-to-back years together. Fans that trust us this time, we're going to get it right. That's part of what Eric Mangini's going to have to deal with.
Quinn steps up right through the hands of Royal. That looked like a pretty good throw. Look forward to that. Well, I mean, you're working more now than you did as a head coach of the Ravens.
I know, but it doesn't pay as well.
That's a slide by Quinn.
It's all good, but just talk X's and O's for the hardcore fan.
Well, there are a lot of them, coast to coast and really all over the globe. Now that the National Football League season has started.
Go to Vikings.
Everybody coming after Quinn, who gets it away to Anderson, or Lewis, I beg your pardon. And he's to the 42-yard line. Tune for that. We have 1:55 to play in Cleveland. Quinn across the middle, caught by Furry. Try and get in the end zone. Blitz coming. They lay it off to Furry again. And he's to the 25 for a first down.
For your defense. That's just amazing to me.
Quinn steps up, throws, open receiver. And it's caught by the rookie Muhammad Massaquoi.
In that same class.
Down goes Quinn back at the 25-yard line. Ray Edwards there to meet him. For me, was so unbelievably different than the man I spoke to. There's a catch made by Royal. Does he get in the end zone? Yes. For the first time since the fourth quarter of Week 10 last season in Buffalo, the Cleveland Browns offense has scored a touchdown. On this opening weekend of the 2009 NFL season, a winning debut for Brett Favre. So, for Brian Billick and Carissa Thompson, Tom Brenneman, so long.